Welcome back to Cheese Sticks and Anxiety. I'm your host, Barry Lumbersquatch. Just a preface right off the bat. If I get distracted, it's because recording this on Wednesday. Wow. Okay, it's Wednesday, July 28th. We're 3 days away from the Major League Baseball trade deadline. So I might get alerts, I might get news flashes, and I gotta check it. I gotta see what's going on. I gotta see what my beloved Red Sox are doing, who they're getting, who they're trading away, things of that nature. It's probably one of the most exciting times of the baseball season, other than the start and the World Series trade deadline. Not that many of you care about that. I care about that. We're going to start off with some rather sad news. It's been a weird week in the metal world. And I'm holding a pencil, makes me appear smarter, I think. Mike Howe, former lead singer of Metal Church, passed away this past week. Now, he was the lead singer from 88 to 96, and then again from 2015 until his passing this past week. He did 7 albums with them. Most notably was his first album, I believe, Blessing in Disguise, which had the song Badlands on it, which became one of their bigger hits. Now, me personally, it was weird. I got into Metal Church for a minute, and it was the album before that had Watch the Children Pray on it, and I was like, yeah, I'm into this, I love this, and then I just kind of, I don't know, I fell out with Metal Church. I just couldn't get back into them. I don't know what it was. I remember seeing the video. Yes, MTV had videos for Watch the Children Pray back on MTV, and I think that's kind of what got me into them. I had the shirt and everything, and I really tried, but just couldn't get into it. And I do remember the song Badlands. I'm hearing it in my head now. I dare not try to sing it, but I'm hearing it. So yeah, I mean, that sucks for them. That's sad. I don't think that there was a cause of death released. I believe he died in his sleep. Not that that's my place to be like, oh, he died of this, that, and that. Sometimes you just gotta let the family be and grieve and don't worry about how they died. They just passed and celebrate their life. And that also goes for Joey Jordison, former drummer of Slipknot from 95 to 2013, right? I'm trying to go off my brain, not my notes. In fact, in the band, he was considered one of the founders, and his number, because they go by numbers, his number was 1. He died yesterday. This is Tuesday. So I'm doing this Wednesday. He died yesterday on Tuesday, July 27th. Again, nothing's been released, but he did pass away. And that's sad, because I know he was battling with some disease to where he lost use of his legs or had nerve damage in his legs, which is one of the reasons why he couldn't drum for a long time, I believe. So that really sucks. And, condolences out to Mike Howe and Joey Jordison's family, obviously, friends, everybody. I don't know what his relationship was with Slipknot towards the end. I know, obviously, once back in 2013, Slipknot released a statement, said that, he left the band, but he says, I wouldn't leave the band, so on and so forth. I was kicked out. Just one of those things. It sucks. So those are 2 big losses in the metal world. Now, generally, there's, I think it's called the theory of 3. There's something where celebrities or sports people or well-known people die in groups of 3. And I'm hoping that's not the case here. But generally, that's what happens. So if there's a 3rd one I missed, or if there's a 3rd one coming up, it's going to suck. It's just weird how celebrities and people bigger names die in groups of 3. So there's that. And that on a happy note. We're going to go into some Anthrax news, because apparently that's all I do. they just released episode 23 of their long-running docu-series for their 40th anniversary. This one was titled Warship Music, right? Okay, great. Well and good. I watched it. I didn't want to put you through another watching, me sitting there commenting, so on and so forth. And I'm kind of glad I did, because I watched it, and I'm scratching my head, and I'm like, you can't see this hand, but I'll bring it in. I don't know where the hell I am. I have two hands. There we go. There's a whole bunch of years in there that Anthrax kind of missed, from We've Come For You All to Warship Music. You had the greater of two evils. You had John Bush leaving the band, and then John Bush coming back, and Joey and Dan joining the band, and then Joey and Dan leaving the band. And then you had like the whole 2007 to 2009 Dan Nelson era, which I'm thinking they might not have been able to comment on in any way, shape, or form, because there was a lawsuit. Dan Nelson sued them because he believed he wasn't getting writing credits for Warship Music. It was settled out of court, so we don't know exactly what happened. But again, it was kind of like he said, she said, kind of. I gotta fix this camera. He said, she said, kind of thing. I've heard some of this stuff on YouTube with Dan Nelson, and I'm super happy that he didn't stick around, because I just did not like his voice for any Anthrax. Zero, nada. But again, it's kind of like how in the live stream, it was all the Joey years, no Bush, and then they kind of glossed over Warship Music was 2011, right? So they glossed over like 7 and 9 years from We've Come For You All to Warship Music. It's like, all right, well, what happened there? Now, maybe they didn't want to get into the more controversial aspects of the band. They're just trying to keep it happy and celebrate 40 years, all the high points. Because even when they did the whole Joey thing, the transition from not even Persistence of Time, Attack of the Killer Bees to Sound of White Noise, they didn't really... Again, there was a whole thing going on there where they were accusing Joey of being drunk all the time, and Joey was like, I wrote a lot of songs. He said, she said. So, I don't know. It just would have been nice to kind of, fill in the gap. You just skipped 10 years, which is a decade. Well, not 10 years exactly, but you get my point. So, I don't know. It's just weird. And I know I'm not the only one, because you go read the comments under the video, and they all say the same thing. And apparently those people haven't been deleted or banned yet. I should just stick with podcasting, because I get all sorts of confused. But the main gist of the show today, fortunately we started off with some deaths. Alright, no wait. See, I got thoughts in my head. I did want to say that Rivers of Nile released the first video from their album The Work. It is available for pre-order on Metal Blade, so follow up from last week. I've got, for this show, and this is something I wanted to do previously, but I never got a chance to do it. I love cover songs, and the majority of the time, I like the cover song more than I like the original. That's not saying the original is bad. It's just I prefer the cover song. And it was originally way back in the day, last year. I was going to do like a one-off thing. 3 covers that I like more than the original. But I think I can make it an ongoing series. Because it's really going to piss some people off. The covers that I like more than the originals. And that's what I'm good at. Pissing people off. Cheers. Pinky's out. I have no idea why I do that. So, I've got 3 songs. This isn't like a top 3 list. It's just I choose 3 songs cover songs that I like better than the originals. So it's, as I go on, it'll be another episode with 3 and 3, so on and so forth. And I'm saving 3 songs. No, I shouldn't say I'm saving 3 songs. I'm saving 1 song to when I have 1.2 billion. You can't say. When I have 1.2 billion, that's with a B, subscribers. That will make people just want to come to my house and angrily point at me. Probably more than that. Call me bad names and so on and so forth. Threaten my family. But today, my 3 songs, I'm going to start off with this one. This is an obvious choice. I'm a child of the 70s, early 80s. I was born in 73. Cars by Gary Newman was a big song. Even though it came out in 79, I remember it from the 80s, and I'm pretty sure MTV used to play this video a lot for Cars, Gary Newman's Cars. He was big in the new wave scene. He was from England. I shouldn't say was. I think he's still over there. I don't know where the hell Gary Newman lives. But in 1998, Fear Factory released a cover of Gary Newman's Cars as a B-side. And I was blown away by it. I loved it. I think the sound, the heaviness of it, the keyboards, Burton C. Bell's vocals, and it had Gary Newman on it. I thought it was fantastic. I'm going to pot this up real quick. I'm going to play it in the background as I talk. I'm from Jersey, so it's T-A-W-K. Now, it wasn't originally on Obsolete, I believe. Like I said, I think it was on a B-side for a single, but then the song blew up so much that they then released it. They put it on Obsolete for subsequent, releases. I don't know. This song, okay, the video's cheesy, but I can hear it through the headphones, so I'm listening to it. It was such a great cover. Just everything about it. Look, now here's Gary Newman. And Gary loved doing it. He I think, was originally hesitant to do it at first, but he agreed to it. He just fell in love with it. He said the band was great to work with, which is weird because apparently Fear Factory isn't great to work within themselves. Is there any word on a new lead singer for them? I think it's just, I don't know, Burton. I don't like Burton's other side project. I forget the name, but Fear Factory is Burton C. Bell. It's not Dino. It's fucking Burton C. Bell. Yeah, this song is great. You know what I think? I don't think I did this. Now I did this. So now you can see what I've been watching, because apparently I don't know how to press buttons, which is fine. And then I'm supposed to hit this. Watch. Boom! Full screen. Oh my god. Look, I'm learning as you're learning. So you hit Control F when you're watching YouTube and it goes full screen. You don't even have to hit Control. You just hit F. It's amazing. Yeah, video's cheesy, but I love this way more than the original. So there is that. That's what I'm saying. Cars. Number 1 on my list today. Alright. So now, oh look, there's me again. I'm going to go number 2. One of, and I'm not going to say one of, I'm going to say that Obituary is my favorite death metal band of all time. Just all time. Which is weird because I remember when Slowly We Rock came out, I bought the CD and I listened to it and I was like, this is a mess. This dude is not even singing. What is he doing? He's just going. Blah, blah, blah. Turns out, years down the road, I read some interviews where I believe John Tardy, lead singer of Obituary, said that on the first album, Slowly We Rot, he really wasn't trying to sing it. I don't think that there was much lyrics, but he was trying to use his voice as another instrument, which is why there was so much growling and less words. Okay, I get it. Well, then they released their second album, Cause of Death, and my mind is blown because it's death metal, but it's not groove metal, but it had a groove. Cause of Death, the whole album, front to back, the drumming. I mean, Donald Tardy's drumming is amazing, and I think he's kind of underrated. Opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't. Obviously I don't read all the drumming websites, and I don't follow drumming that closely. But his drumming with the riffs, the rhythm guitar, everything about it, that was my kind of death metal. It still is. I love a groove. It doesn't always have to be fucking caveman riffs and blast beats. Obituary has that feel, and I just can't explain. But my favorite of all time. And on Cause of Death, they had a cover of a Celtic Frost song, "Circle of the Tyrants." Now, I knew of Celtic Frost at the time. I tried to listen to them, and it just wasn't my thing. But this cover song blows, as far as I'm concerned, it blows the original away. So throw your hate at me however you want. That's fine. But there is something about this version that I love it so much more. So much more. Did I do this? Oh, there I go. Yes. Oh, I love... if this was podcasting, I wouldn't have to hit any goddamn buttons. You could just hear shit. You wouldn't see me. What is there to say? I mean, this cover version, so good. I'm listening to it now. And I still don't listen to Celtic Frost. And why is it Celtic Frost and not Celtic Frost? Because I thought it was Celtic. That was my posture. It's great. And I believe this album cover was supposed to be for Sepultura, but they got it instead. I always wanted that tattoo. Like the tree with the faces and the spider in the eye. But I don't get tattoos. I buy other stuff. That's good. That's a good song. Hot damn. So let's go back. Right? Why does it do that? It's not supposed to go small. It's not supposed to go small, she said. We'll go 1. I could edit all that out, but what fun is that? Alright, number 3. This is not my huge piss people off song, but this will definitely ruffle the feathers. Strong words. Oh, there's an alert. I gotta look. This will ruffle the feathers. Whoa, well, the Rangers signed Jack Leiter. Jack Leiter is from New Jersey. Where's my dog barking? Just loves to bark. Where was I? Okay. This isn't the song, obviously, that I'm saving till I get 1 billion subscribers. But this song is definitely going to piss people off. I'm talking about Hallowed Be Thy Name. Now, I think I've said it in the past. Maybe I haven't. So, if I did, you've heard it before. Or this is the first time you're hearing it. I'm not a big fan of, the British heavy metal scene, per se. Iron Maiden, Judas Priest. I can't even think of other bands. Is Sabaton? I know Sabaton isn't lumped in with that bunch, but that's just not my gig. My first real true metal experience was 84 Ride the Lightning. And I knew of Iron Maiden and Judas Priest, Black Sabbath, before that, but it didn't do anything for me. So, yes, I knew Hallowed Be Thy Name before the Cradle of Filth version, which I'm talking about. And it's a great song. See, and that's where people kind of get, like, they hear that you don't like a version, that means you think it sucks. I don't think it sucks. It doesn't. It's a huge metal song. It's like it's like almost like Iron Maiden's theme song. I wouldn't say theme song, but I think they play it like every concert. But there's something that Danny Filth, his vocals, and the mood set by the rest of the band is more suited kind of for Hallowed Be Thy Name, which was originally released on Number of the Beast in what? 82. And it's weird because Cradle of Filth released it on Cruelty and the Beast. Number of the Beast? Cruelty of the Beast? Cruelty and the Beast, not Cruelty of the Beast. In 98. But it was only on the Celtic or Celtic, however you want to call it. Celtic edition, Celtic Cross edition, and then the remixed and remastered edition. Is it playing? I gotta listen. Hold on. Yeah. I don't know. There's, like I said, there's just something about Danny Filth's vocals, the melodies, the keyboard in the background, especially at the end. What is new from BFMV? I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know. It just really, for me, it takes the song to a whole new level. And what's even better, if you listen, this is the remix remastered version that came out in 2019. This sounds heads and tails better than the original that came out in 98. Amazing. The depth, the just everything about it sounds so much. Oh, I'm going to listen to it now. Screw you guys. I mean, you hear the keyboards. Oh, I didn't do this. Ah, what am I doing? That's crazy. If I hit the 2, it's supposed to go a little bit. I need one of those little doodad computers that all the cool YouTubers and streamers have. You push a button and fucking flowers and shit. I don't know. Like, I sincerely think this song is better than the original. Now, okay, maybe it's not better. I like it better. I understand that you probably don't believe that. But listen to his voice. Like, if you didn't know that was an Iron Maiden song originally, you would have thought that it was their song. Like, they wrote it. And I think that's also what makes a good cover song, too, is when you don't know. Obviously, you know, an artist has to take it and make it their own, but you're like, oh, they wrote the song. Wait, they didn't? You go look at the liner notes and, no, they didn't. It was Iron Maiden. 1982, Number of the Beast. Still a great song. But for me, that right there. That. So, that's what I think. I know you obviously have different opinions, and I would love to hear them. So feel free to drop me an email, packagerebellion333@gmail.com. I did not switch over my Gmail address, because why would I? Why would I do that? Let me know what you think of the 3 covers. I'll post links to all the videos down below. So this is an interesting one, and it's only going to be more interestinger because I've got a list, and I'm compiling of cover songs that I remember that I've listened to. Like I said, 1 billion subscribers. I'm going to put the big one out there, and it's going to piss people off. Sincerely, it's going to make people just hate me more than they do now. And I'm okay with that. I can take the heat. But, that's it for today. Again, it sucks we lost Mike Howe and Joey Jordanson. Hopefully that's it. Hopefully the curse of the three or the theory of three doesn't go through. Doesn't happen. But it's a weird week. So that's it for me. Thank you for taking the time out to watch my insane babble, whatever I do here. It's been a lot of fun coming back. It has. It's hot. I'm sweating. My mouth is getting dry. And I'm going to go. It's been Cheese Sticks and Anxiety. Drop a comment. Like. Subscribe. Hit the alerts. And I'll catch you. Try to have one out Friday. So, bye.